Good morning, dear hearts, and welcome to our next relevant thought. What is a miracle? Seems like maybe that should have been earlier in our little litany here in part 2 of the workbook, but it's exactly where it needs to be, actually. And please subscribe if you have not yet done so. So what we're going to do is what I've been doing in part 2 of the workbook, because I'll read a couple of the paragraphs of what is a miracle, our relevant thought, and then go into today's lesson, which is lesson 341. So what is a miracle? A miracle is a correction. A miracle corrects. It shifts our awareness with that correction. It shifts our perception about whatever it is that it lands upon. It shines light onto the situation so that we can truly see. And then the darkness and the fear will simply slip away, because without any substance to support it, without any darkness to keep it hidden, it has no reason to be here any longer. So a miracle is a correction. It does not create nor really change at all. It merely looks on devastation and reminds the mind that what it sees is false. This is false. That's what the miracle does. It shows us what is false, so that because we are in a world of duality, then we can discern for ourselves exactly what it is that is true. The miracle undoes error, but does not attempt to go beyond perception, nor exceed the function of forgiveness. Thus, it stays within time's limits. That's how we experience the miracle. We experience the miracle in time. But yet, the miracle, paves the way for the return of timelessness, because in truth we are timeless, and love's awakening, for fear must slip away under the gentle remedy that the miracle brings. And now the fear has nothing to support it, and so it slips away. Now, just for a moment, we've basically been told that the miracle doesn't really do anything. And we had two other relevant thoughts, the first and the second, what is forgiveness and what is salvation. And both of those told us they don't really do anything. In what is forgiveness, it says, forgiveness, on the other hand, is still, quietly does nothing. It offends no aspect of reality, nor seeks to twist it to appearances that it likes. It merely looks, forgiveness merely looks and waits and judges not. He who would not forgive must judge, for he must justify his failure to forgive. So forgiveness recognizes that what you thought your brother did not occur. The miracle shifts and is the means for the correction, for us to, yes, realize that what I thought my brother did not occur, and so my thoughts about my brother will shift. They will be corrected. Salvation, going to that relevant thought, we were told that salvation is undoing in the sense that it does nothing, failing to support the world of dreams and malice. Thus, it lets illusions go. Fear, we let it go. Illusions, we let it go. They're really the same thing. By not supporting them, salvation merely lets them quietly go down to dust. They are no more. They weren't real to begin with. They were conjured up by our ego mind. But when we realize the frailty on which they stand, and that they are not real, they simply fall away. The second paragraph in What is a Miracle is, a miracle contains the gift of grace For it is given and received as one, as we know that to give and to receive are one in truth. And that is the grace of it, that we receive everything that we give. And thus the miracle illustrates the law of truth that the world does not obey, because the world fails to entirely to understand the ways that miracles work, the ways that this world is meant to work. This world is not meant to be in a separate state from heaven. This world is merely to be a reflection of heaven. So the miracle doesn't understand the ways of the world that we made. A miracle inverts perception, which was upside down before, and thus the miracle ends the strange distortions that were manifest, the strange distortions that we made when we made this world, seemingly thinking that it was separate from God. Now is perception open to truth. Now is forgiveness seen as justified, because forgiveness is not justified in this world ever. The ego does not support forgiveness. And in truth, we were not taught how to forgive. Forgiveness was not something that we were instructed in. How do I forgive? The only way to forgive is to forgive truly and completely, and to hold no grievances, and to hold no judgments, and to hold no false perceptions about my brother, that I may see her truth. But who am I truly forgiving every moment? Me. Because I am the one who have had these thoughts of judgments against the others in the sonship, the rest of my family. So I must forgive. Let's go to today's lesson. And today's lesson is 341. I can attack but my own sinlessness, and it is only that which keeps me safe. I'm always attacking myself. And what do I attack? I attack the truth of who I am, my sinlessness, my innocence, my lineage from my father. That's what I attack, because I don't believe it. I need that shift in perception to understand my truth, who I am. The lesson begins with the italics part, and these lessons all have 2 lines now. There's a shift in how the lessons are presented now as we are completing the workbook. Father, your son is holy. I am holy. Your child is holy. I haven't said it in a while. I say it in my classes all the time, and I don't think I even put it in my book of Janetisms, but we are sinless, guiltless, perfect children of God. And that is how we come to recognize, and that's how we must learn to recognize the truth of who we are. So I am he on whom you smile in love and tenderness so dear and deep, and still the universe smiles back on you and shares your holiness. How pure, how safe, how holy then are we, abiding in your smile, and with all your love bestowed upon us, living one with you, in brotherhood and fatherhood complete, in sinlessness so perfect, that the Lord of sinlessness conceives us as his son, his child, a universe of thought completing him. Yesterday's lesson spoke at the end about we awake in heaven in the heart of love. And in the heart of love, our Father smiles upon us, and we are complete. God is complete with us, and we are complete with God. The union that never really could have been broken is once again together, fulfilled, healed. So the second part of the lesson is, let us not then attack our own sinlessness, for it contains the word of God to us, and in its kind reflection, we are saved. We are saved in the reflection of our Father's smile and in his love to us. I only attack myself, and today I realize the truth of who I am, sinless, guiltless, and perfect, is what will always keep me safe, because that is the recognition, the correction of how I think, the miracle of realization, recognition, realization of who we really are. And that's it for today. I hope it helped. So please like, please share, please subscribe, please smile, please breathe, deep breath in and release. Release everything that you thought you were, but you are not. Pray for the realization of who you really are, and that peace is bestowed upon each and every child of God. And please be here tomorrow for another beautiful lesson in this section of What is a Miracle? Namaste.